The Beer Brothers is a comedy podcast where two dumb babies related by blood grew up and now review beers for you, the people. You can drink along if you'd like, but maybe don't do it in your car on the way to work. Drink responsibly. At home. In the dark.
Welcome back. It is episode 11 of the Beer Brothers, and we are pretty excited to be here. Unlike the last episode where it was too early in the fucking morning to be drinking beer.
Yeah, now I'm just off work. I'm ready to drink.
Yeah, now fun-filled day of work and things, and we're here. I'm Micah.
Why do you do this?
Why?
You're
well,
stupid.
you got to go reverse. You don't want to?
Why would we do that?
Sorry. I'm Cody.
I'm Micah.
This is the Beer Brothers. Let's get it. Okay. I really...
Stupid.
What, man? It's like, you know,
yeah,
gotta
whatever,
mix it up.
Whatever.
Fine. I really want to talk to you about your time as a ringleader of a sex circus.
It was called Dumbo's Big Dick Circus, and...
Can you tell us about the opening act that happened?
Yeah, there was 15 clowns.
Yep.
Half naked, just tops, shoes, no bottoms.
Okay. Exciting
They
stuff.
run around in a circle as fast as they can, and the middle is just a monkey with cymbals clapping.
Yeah.
And that's the entire opening act for 5 minutes.
Fine.
They're drenched in sweat, and then a guy comes in with a fire hose at the end and just sprays them all down.
It's
both hilarious and a little creepy and a little sexy.
You didn't tell it, like, what the fire... Like, you didn't, like, really explain the fire hose situation, though.
Oh, yes. So, the fire hose is actually a man riding an elephant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he gets off the elephant. He comes in. He's naked.
Yeah.
We were crossing a lot of lines here. He gets off of the elephant, and then he stands in front of it. The elephant then picks him up with his trunk, and then sprays the clowns with water.
There it is.
Yeah.
Good, good stuff.
Well, you have to keep the crowd interested.
Yeah.
And we like to just go really weird at the beginning, and they're like, okay, I don't know how I felt about that, but you have my attention.
But you really need to tell the people about the mask you had to wear, during the opening act.
So, like the drummer from Slipknot?
Go on.
That was it, just boner nose.
Boner nose, yeah.
This is the boner nose mask.
Yeah. But you really, moved your head a lot.
Yeah.
You really, made that thing move.
I had to outdo him, and I've gone far enough with this this gag. I have nothing left. I think I got all my good stuff out early, so we'll see if the rest of the episode's any good.
This is it. That's the Beer Brothers.
Right, let's just chuck the 4 beers real quick, review them all at once.
Now that I've put you into this weird sex thing.
Well, I say something weird every episode. It was bound to come out. We got a lot of skeletons in that closet.
I just wanted
apparently.
to get that done first.
Gotcha. We got to get that out of the way.
Get it out of the way quick.
It's been a burden of mine for years.
Mine too.
And now I feel relieved, and I can drink this beer knowing, I don't have to hide anymore.
That's it.
I can just be Boner Nose Circus Boy.
There you are. Okay, well, how do we transition? Let's start with our first beer of the day.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go. All right, our first beer of the day is brought to you by the one and only Black Abbey Brewing Company, which is out of Nashville, Tennessee, located on Sidco Drive. Been there a couple times. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool place. They make a lot of cool beer. One of the things I love about them, actually, one thing that's really cool about them is that their beer hall is very much like a church, which is kind of neat.
Yeah.
It's got some pews and things, so they're pretty cool in that nature. But all of their stuff feels a little medieval, like how they talk about it.
Yeah.
So, for instance, on the side of their can, which we're reviewing today, is their Crossroads American Ale. They put a little poem for us to help understand the beer. We're just going to read that in a nice NPR tone. You ready?
Go for it.
Here we go. Heat shimmers, clouds pass, northeastern breezes of home, grain fields wave golden. That's it.
Ah, that's nice.
That's very beautiful. But here's what really the beer is about. I like the creativity on it. I'll give it that.
It's a haiku.
Oh, there you go.
It's a haiku. I had to count it. I was like, that feels like a haiku, and it is.
It is.
Nice little haiku. I like that.
Beer. All right, so it's a 4.9 ABV. It's a 33 IBU. An American original adapted from German Köln-style ales. American cluster hops, flaked maize, and 6-row barley malt make for a crisp golden ale. There you go. That's it. That's it. It's a summer cream ale, technically.
Yeah. It doesn't really taste as much like other cream ales that I've had. This is a little weedier.
Yep.
It's very crisp.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like comparable to some of the honey blondes we've had, but there's not obviously those like honey notes in there. But it's really good. It's just interesting because cream ale is not like the first thing I think of when I'm drinking this. It does say American ale, so I guess it's just like
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Yeah.
My only thing that I thought of after tasting it, like the aftertaste, kind of the mouthfeel of it all, was buttery. Like there's just kind of this like, I don't know, smooth back end thing going on.
Yeah, it's pretty delicious. I feel like you could definitely. They say this is a summer beer. I could probably drink this thing year round. I don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think there's enough like purely summer notes in there for like what you usually get out of a lot of summer stuff.
Right.
I think that this would be a great. It's a good summer beer. I do think that this totally works year round. Like because maybe it's that butteriness. Like you could drink this in the fall with like the right foods. You know.
The maize. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, because like. Yeah, I mean, mostly Pilsners or, whatever, they use corn, maize is like their primary thing. Like Gerst, I think, has a lot of that in it as well.
Yeah.
So this is, it's good. I love it.
Yeah, this is a great beer. And I don't know if I have much else to say about it. It's a simple beer. It's really delicious. Like I said, it's crisp, very golden in color. That's a good, transparency to it. It's very nice, very smooth.
Okay, we're going to start today with a segment that I've already done a couple of times of Would You Rather questions.
Oh, okay. It's been a second since we did this.
Yeah, but these are fun.
Yeah, go ahead.
And usually disturbing. A little. First, here we go. We're going to start with a simple one. You've heard the phrase sweating bullets.
Yes.
Okay? You probably know where this is going, but I'm just going to ask you anyway.
You say that a lot. Like, you probably know where this is going, and it's always...
You never know where it's going.
The complete different place that I never thought my brain would ever go.
I think that's probably most of the people that listen to this. Yeah. They're like, what? Why?
So how would anyone know where you were going with that?
ADD, man.
I'm your brother, and I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Okay, you've heard the term sweating bullets. Mm-hmm. Which made me think, like, if that was a literal thing, how disgusting that would be to sweat actual bullets. And it makes me feel that way because I've got this kind of fear, like it makes me uncomfortable to see things that have got a lot of little holes in it.
Oh yeah, like
honeycombs, the insides of donuts. Like there's some things you're just like, oh, it's a lot of...
Those are okay for me. Perforated yards.
Yeah,
like have you ever done like Easy Mac?
Oh, yeah.
And all the noodles are somemew facing up.
Yeah, I don't like it.
What?
I don't know why. It's so stupid. It's such a dumb thing to not like. But
you're right, but I don't like it either.
It makes me feel weird.
I like donuts, so anyway, that's fine, but the macaroni one freaks me. I love macaroni, but man, that freaks me out.
I mean, I guess what I'm thinking is if you got microscopic enough onto the skin, that's what it is. Your pores, whatever. It's just bunches of holes in your skin, which is disgusting, right? And I think, okay, well, if I was going to sweat an object like bullets... Mm-hmm. Like, one, I would not want to sweat that because it would just look so gross. Like, you would just be like welts, and then your skin would expand.
Oh, stop.
And then
it's like that scene in X2 where Wolverine pushes the bullet out of his head.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what, in the same vein of my, fear, I thought, okay, well, maybe if the item was smaller, it'd be a little bit more acceptable. And I thought, okay, which would you rather sweat? Okay, if you were not going to sweat water, you were going to sweat an object. Rice or spaghetti noodles?
I hate you for these questions that you come up with. I guess rice, because I feel like sweating spaghetti noodles. Wait, wet spaghetti noodles or dry spaghetti noodles?
You know, whatever
Same
your
thing
mind
with the-
comes up with.
Same thing with the rice. Is it dry rice or wet rice?
Rice either way is going to come out kind of the same. A little bit bigger in one form. But it's going to be the same. It's just going to make little sounds onto your jeans like when it comes out.
I'm imagining dry rice and wet noodles. This is what I'm imagining.
Okay, yeah, cool.
God, this is the grossest one so far. I'm gonna go with
everyone
rice,
uncomfortable.
even though I don't love the idea of just little. It's like, no, I can't say what I think that looks like because it's just too nasty. Just pus, like little. Anyways,
Like, like noodles would just look like you had zits that never
no,
stopped.
stop. See, that's not where I wanted to go. That's exactly not. That's the opposite way of where I wanted to go.
But here's the thing: if you sweat spaghetti noodles and they're wet, you just carry around a jar of marinara.
That's
and
fucking
just, like,
disgusting.
dip it and then eat it. You know, like
That's fucking
spaghetti
disgusting.
on demand.
No.
You could not go to the sauna. You would be dude. Imagine that going
Depends
to
on
the
the
sauna.
sauna.
Well, imagine having your shirt off in the sauna and you're sweating from all pores, and you're just a noodle man. You know.
This is. You would look like a walking fry guy from McDonald's.
You look like a weird dog, like one of those shaggy dogs with like all their stuffed dreads. It's a poodle of some sort. I forget what it is. You know?
Oh, I would rather do the rice because the noodles would feel grosser. They would take longer and look nastier. Like,
Yeah, it's
that's
bad.
kind of a no-brainer. That one is, but I don't like it either way.
I don't like what you're saying.
And the next time you come up with one of these, please try not to make all of the 5 listeners puke.
Okay. All right, we're gonna move on. I know that one's not as funny. It's funny to me because I know people are uncomfortable, and that's what's funny. The next one is okay. I was talking to Jimmy today. He goes deep sea fishing. Mm-hmm. He was talking about how all the fish in the sea, like when you're that far out, like if you put your finger in their mouth, it's gone. Like they will bite you and eat your shit.
That's gross.
It is gross, but it made me think like, okay, well, what if you accidentally fell off the boat? Got lost. Like,
Hey, the ocean is scary.
I don't like. The
ocean
I want to
terrifies
go deep sea fishing because I think that would be kind of fun because I've never done anything like that. But at the same time, it led us to the conversation of, would you rather be stranded? Because we talk about how easy it is to get lost out there. Like you don't know where land is. It's just like being in a big blue bowl is what it feels like.
Yeah.
At least that's how you described it. And I thought, okay, well, would you rather drown to death or be eaten by a creature in the sea?
That's really hard because I feel like if you're getting eaten, you're probably also going to drown.
Well, yeah, maybe. If they eat both your arms and you can't.
Probably just the drowning. I will say like that, it was my worst fear. Like drowning or dying from lack of air. I don't love that. That's pretty awful, especially the ocean. The ocean is... I got pinched on the toe by a crab once, and I was like, fuck the ocean. This is stupid. I'm going to big lakes from now on. They're the same thing, just no salt and dumb crabs. So.
Hide in the sand.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Pinch you. I've screamed at probably just seaweed. Like, it felt like a crab. I was like, ah! Like, just...
Gotta quit peeking the mics, man. Do it like that way. Yeah. I don't like this one either. So first you made it gross, and then you made it kind of... Then you just put me into an existential crisis.
Here's my thoughts, okay? I would rather drown, just because you can hold your breath only for so long, and then your body's going to give up.
You just kind of pass out.
Yeah, you're just going to go to sleep, and then it's like, it's over, But if you get eaten, it's like, they could take an arm first, and then you're just out there with one arm trying to swim.
Then you drown. That's what I was saying. Then you drown.
Yeah, or if they just take a bite out of your hip, it's like, I just got one piece of you, and you're screaming, and you get salt water in your mouth, and then you're trying to swim, and you're bleeding everywhere, and then they take another chunk. Like, it could go a while.
Are you okay?
No.
That was a lot. That was
Yeah.
a lot of things. You've really thought about this.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, you had way too much time on your hand when you didn't have a job.
Yeah, I've thought about a lot of dark stuff at this point. A lot of dark things.
All right, let's finish this beer and move on.
Hey, we're at a crossroads. That's what. See?
Shut the fuck up.
What?
Shut
man?
up. That
What
was.
would you rather cross?
All right, our next beer is from Einstock. I don't know what this other word is. It looks like Olgerd. Somebody correct me on what it is. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and read this bad boy. This is their Icelandic White Ale. In Iceland, our quest was simple. We wanted to make the best white ale we ever tasted. We got there with the complex flavors of classic wheat beer, including orange peel and coriander. All brewed with pure Icelandic water and a touch of oats that deliver a cool smoothness that is uniquely flavorful and refreshingly drinkable. This is a 5.2 ABV, and then they have a list of some of their key ingredients. Obviously, wheat malt, pilsner malt, oats, Bavarian noble hops, coriander, and orange peel. They got some tasting notes. I like that. A clean and crisp start with a smooth mouthfeel to the oats, citrus, and spice round out a refreshing finish.
Okay.
They have food pairings. Crisp citrus and spice notes are the perfect complement to seafood, poultry, and vegetarian dishes, Asian food, and spicy food, including Mexican, tapas, Indian, and Thai.
All foods.
Yeah,
Just
so
put all
every
food-
food we could name, we're going to put it right here into this place.
They just missed Italian. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Hamburgers.
Yeah, you can check them out at einstockbeer.com. They're a pretty popular brewery, apparently. They're based out of Iceland. This is brewed in Iceland, which is really cool.
Okay, I just got to say something. Maybe we just haven't tried enough wit beer yet.
You might be right about that.
Because
I've tried a lot of American
My
stuff.
perception of them are, after trying this, I'm like, this is what people in Iceland think a wit beer
Yeah, wit beer.
is. And I'm like, this seems very different from anything I've tried. So far.
I tasted this and I was like, what did I drink?
Mm-hmm.
It's not anything I'm used to. I have had a European ale once that when I was in LA, and it was like, visited LA to meet my buddy out there, and I was waiting on him to get out of work or something, and tried this. One was like, "You try this European ale? People are loving it." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And I drank it, and it didn't taste like anything. I was just like, "This tastes like water." I don't know what this is, but I think that's why it's like insanely smooth, like a whole other level of smooth alcohol that you don't normally taste a lot of the notes there. So these notes are all very subtle, which makes it very drinkable and smooth. It doesn't taste like a lot of beers I've ever had. It barely even tastes like beer, like what I'm used to perceiving as like American beer. You know what I mean? Like the wheat you get out of what we just drank with that American ale.
Well, and a lot of it has to do with the water that's used. Like there's a lot that has to go into the water, and just some minerals are added, some are taken away. So I don't know water source what this is. Maybe this is just super masterful, and it's just so blended together that we're like,
we don't understand it.
what? Our beer is stupid.
It's very the more I drink it though, the more I'm digging it.
Oh no, I like this beer a lot.
Yeah, at first I wasn't really sure what to think, and on this second drink, it's really we have it pretty cold right now, and I'm really glad I bought this cold. So
I almost
good.
feel like maybe the last beer is tainting this one at the beginning, and now that
you might be right. My palate was cleansed a little, and now I'm getting mostly just this beer.
Maybe we should have eaten some crackers or something before this. Because
this is really good though. It's very, very smooth. Mm-hmm. Or 5.2 beer, you can just down this thing.
No, when you were like, it tastes kind of like water.
This is
this does not taste like water.
Yeah.
When you say that, but the smoothness of it is that
yes,
smooth.
Good point. This is okay. So there's a scene in one of the Marvel films where Thor goes to drink a beer. It's Thor Ragnarok. That's what it is.
Or is it Doctor Strange? Where he drinks the whole thing.
He's at Doctor Strange's place. But it is
down,
Thor.
puts another one in.
It's Thor, but he's at Doctor Strange's, and he drinks the whole thing. If this is the sort of beer he's drinking, since he's
God of Thunder.
Yeah, God of Thunder. that would make a lot of sense. I mean, it's basically Thor on the can right here.
Yeah, I love it.
So it makes a lot of sense. If he's able to chug that thing that easy, I get it now. Because I totally could do that with this beer. It's very drinkable. Like, very, very drinkable.
Yeah, like insanely. You're just like
one of the...
Go.
I'm willing to say one of the more drinkable beers I've ever had. And, you know, like through college and shit, you know, trust me, I've gone through my fair share of like easy to drink beers because you're just trying to get hammered. This is not that. This is just like, this is really good. All the notes are subtle, but the flavor's yummy. Very, very smooth.
Yeah, insanely. Yeah, like I'm trying. The problem is it's so smooth and it's so like blended well. I can't find the orange peel. I can't find the coriander, and
I get it a tiny bit, but not a lot. It's like you said, it's blended almost so well it's hard to pick out any specific flavor.
Yeah.
It's all one flavor.
I mean,
right
that's
now.
what you want. You want like if you're biting into something that's got a lot of flavor, it's supposed to marry and make one big.
Yeah,
thing,
and for this beer, I'm sure that this is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. We're not. This is proof that we're not like professionals about this. We just enjoy beer and like to talk about it. So.
Maybe by the time this is over, we're gonna be like pros. Who knows?
We can get to episode 100. I think we can officially get a degree.
Beer taster.
Yeah, we're at 11 right now. That was pretty fast. It didn't take very long.
Nope, just 89 more weeks.
That means we've had 44 beers apiece.
We've got a lot of beer.
Yeah, not including my normal drinking habits.
Oh,
yeah,
there's that too.
But 44 different beers just on this show. That's pretty good.
Okay, we're gonna go with this next. So I've recognized that Chuck Norris has spent a lot of he's starting to capitalize on the whole Chuck Norris jokes.
Yeah,
and he's done that for a little bit, but I feel like he's running out of money, and so it's like Ford Trucks is like picking him up.
What was that stupid exercise machine he used to sell? The Total Body.
Yeah, the Total Gym.
Yeah, Total Gym. No one's buying Total Gyms anymore.
No one's buying the Total Gyms because they should if they believe in the Chuck Norris jokes. Like you should definitely get in the Total Gym.
That's not how he got ripped. I know that's not it. That's not what he did. He probably chopped down trees.
I think he
years.
ate rocks. Really, just ate rocks and those went into his muscles. And that's what he did.
He punched trees down with his bare fists in the forest.
Exactly.
For years.
So here's the thing: is that Chuck Norris to us, because of Walker Texas Ranger, was kind of like the version of our John Wayne. Like Mom and Dad, like John Wayne was the dude, right? And he had some good movies, but you also thought like he was the cowboy, like he's the guy.
Yeah.
And then here comes Chuck Norris, and he's also that guy. My question is, who is the next person to fill that role for like my kids who are a little younger, like that's around right now? Because when we saw Chuck Norris as Walker Texas Ranger, our parents were near my age, maybe a little older.
So I will say, I feel like Chuck Norris came first, and then suddenly there was like Jean-Claude Van Damme, and there was like Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
And all these other dudes.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's more badass, I feel like. No, Steven Seagal's pretty badass. I don't know.
Bloodsport? Hello. That dance scene in the bar?
The splits? Huh?
He does the splits? He shakes his booty real good? Come on, dude. It's fucking Jean-Claude.
Yeah, but Steven Seagal's an actual fucking cop. Like he took all his shit to the streets. He was like, nah, I need to go do this. For real.
And then there's like Jackie Chan. Man, there's been a lot of good action heroes. Now just going through them, man, we have been blessed with some action heroes. Hey everyone, it's your little beer brother Micah. And my dog just drank out of the toilet for about 60 seconds straight. And I couldn't stop him. And every time I said, no, stop, he just kept going. Just want to thank you for listening and being supportive of us. Please tell your friends about us. If you have any suggestions about the show, just reach out to us on our Gmail at thebeerbrotherspodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram where we're pretty active. We also have a Twitter and a Facebook page. If you do have like any beer suggestions or suggestions of topics that you want us to talk about, please send those our way. We're kind of still learning here, and we're trying to improve with every single episode. So if anybody out there thinks that they know any better than us, just tell us that we're stupid and that we need your help. Because that's what it is. We need your help to get this thing going. For real. Also, I know we took a little longer on some of the beer descriptions today, so I just want to, thank you in advance for sitting through some of that. We had a couple complicated beers that took a little longer to get through. I think those are up next here. Anyways, I'm going to let you get back to the episode so you can get on with your life.
Our next beer is brought to you by Wiseacre Brewing Company out of Memphis, Tennessee. Another Tennessee spotlight because we make some fucking good beer here. Anyway.
Been a resurgence.
Yeah, a little resurgence or a just surgence of beer. This beer that we're trying today is called Prank Calls to Satan. It is a hoppy black ale. It is 6.5 alcohol by volume. And I've got a description here that I can't wait to read because it seems just great. Anyway, here we go. Ring, ring, Satan. Hello, caller. Hey, Satan, your cat's in my garage. Satan. Don't have a cat. Caller. I don't have a garage. Prank calls to Satan can quite be deceiving and fun. Prank Calls Black IPA is also deceiving and fun. The name comes from a Far Side cartoon that really gave Davin and Kellen the giggles as young'uns. The beer is light in body with sturdy hop bitterness and robust fruity hop aromas from Delta and Chinook. There is just a hint of the toasty flavor from the more highly kilned malts that lends to its deep, dark color. They have on there the inside scoop, a fruit cocktail of pineapple, cherry, pear hop aroma rise from the deceptively dark IPA with a little toast, but no roast. There it is. I love this whole. I love the can. I love the beer.
Can is. I'm assuming the two names you heard are like the brewers and the owners are.
Yeah, I guess
that's what I would say.
Yeah. Love that it's a Far Side reference.
Far Side,
that's
Far
cool.
Side comics. Yeah, grew up reading those. Our dad is weirdly a huge Far Side comics fan.
That's probably where we get a lot of our humor from.
No, it's not because he doesn't make good jokes. This can is pretty awesome. There's just so much stuff going on it, and a lot of it looks like really cheap tattoo art, No,
it looks like something you would doodle. Like I would doodle.
A lot of doodles, but I definitely have seen people do a lot of these like crazy sleeves where it's just like a hodgepodge of like stuff like this, like doodles.
Yeah.
And this totally kind of reminds me of that, especially like the way the Satan looks on this can. You can see that being like a tattoo.
Oh yeah,
a little bit. But no, it does. It looks like a high schooler's notebook or something, which is really funny. It says, "Got you some aloe, XO." It says like,
all right,
burn because it's Satan, I guess. There's SPF, there's ice cream, there's a lot of stuff going on here. This is a really fun can. This is one of the most elaborate cans I think I've ever seen. There's just so much stuff on it. You can find like a lot of fun things on here. So if you get a chance to check this can out, it's pretty great.
Yeah, you remember when you used to like eat cereal and you read the box? This is what this is. You're drinking the beer and you're gonna read the can.
Yeah, a little bit. You're definitely gonna pay more attention than you would on a lot of other cans. Like if you even pay attention to this for half a second, you'll be like, this is really cool. There's a lot going on here. As far as the beer goes, you get a huge waft of hop smell when you first go to drink it, IPA sort of smell. But the taste for me went down a lot smoother. Didn't taste as much hop on it. I almost got some more like caramel, some of the fruity notes they were talking about, like spices or what is fruity notes, right? Mm-hmm. I got a little more like a very subtle piece of the fruity notes. Mm-hmm. With some caramel, softness, it wasn't insanely heavy for me as far as the hop flavor. Now it's a thick beer. It's very dark. It's a black ale. Black ales are dark. We did our first one last week,
Evil Octopus.
Yeah, the Evil Octopus. Yeah. So it's very dark. But
there's
this
an
is
evil
not
theme
as,
with
this
the
is,
black ales.
There is, and I kind of love that. But this one's not as hoppy in flavor for me as that other one was.
Yeah.
You definitely smell it when you go to drink it, but other than that, it's pretty smooth for me. How do you feel about it?
Hold on, wait a second. Whoa. It's got some of that fruity stuff that they're talking about. It's got a little bit of like malt to it. It's just wild. Like, it's wild. I don't have anything else to say other than it's wild. And I hate that because I want to give it its justice. And it deserves a lot more than that. But it's like, you need to try it to understand it. I can't really give a good description of it.
Yeah, I get that.
I had to like clean my palate so that I could actually taste this accurately, because it was like, I don't know what I'm getting. I don't know if I'm like, you know, the other beer's messing this up. I was like, here's some hummus and a carrot, and they're like, okay, this is better. My mouth feels like it's been washed of whatever.
I'll try my best to do some justice.
Caramel.
I feel like I'm a little bit there.
I'm getting some toasty notes, like they said. I'm getting the caramel. I'm getting. Oh man, it's just
I feel like the fruit notes for me are very subtle. I don't think I have enough of a palate to like pull that out of it. I will say, even though I was saying this isn't like the hoppiest of black ales or like IPAs or IBAs in this case, you're getting it, you know, on the front notes with the smell. You're getting a lot of malty caramel on the taste, but I will say the hop does sit on your tongue for a little bit afterwards. Yeah. But it's not an overwhelming taste. Like sometimes you drink like a very strong, just classic IPA, and you're like, yeah, I've been drinking IPAs, and every time I burp, this is all I taste. That's kind of not what's happening here. I'm not getting that. It's a very subtle something that's just kind of sitting there. Don't do that.
I was testing your theory.
Burping. Did it work? Was it?
Nope, no, it worked. I mean, it was good. You're right.
It's a good burp. It's a good little baby burp I just had. It's a delicious little baby burp. Is that Django?
Yeah.
Sorry, bud. I had to leave my dog outside in the mud. So we can record. No, this is really good. I enjoy this beer. I like everything they're kind of doing with it. Love the can art. That's like some of my favorite parts because it stands out so much. It's definitely an eye grabber. Like you'll see this, I want to try this, and you should. It's really good.
Oh, I mean, let's be honest. Most of the time that like you're going to buy beer, especially if you're an adventurous beer drinker, sometimes the can art is what pulls you in. You're like, And when I saw Prank Calls to Satan, I thought, yes, I need to buy this. I want to know.
They pulled you in.
I want to know what the liquid form of Prank Calls to Satan tastes like.
Pulled you in. All
right.
It
was good. So
speaking of Prank Calls to Satan, what do we got next? I don't know if that's actually
no,
line up. Not at all. Okay.
Not at all. No. Okay, so I went to an estate sale today.
Yeah, there you go. Prank Calls to Satan. That's great.
Yeah, it's a lot like that.
Yeah.
So,
okay. The demon thing.
Yeah. The demon.
Yeah.
note.
Here we go.
Which we don't know if it's cursed yet. We're gonna figure it out. It's my first night.
Let me play the right team.
I don't think I'm gonna bring it out.
Just explain it first so people aren't doing it.
Okay, sorry. So I went to an estate sale, and
if you don't know what an estate sale is,
you're not old enough yet. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably should turn the show off. Your mommy and daddy would be very mad at you if you listen to this.
No, estate sale is typically when either someone passes away. There is a living estate sale, which I did not clarify if that was what was happening.
Oh, this was a living one.
I don't know. It could have been a dead one. They could have died. And they're like,
the death on the show today. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. Hail the Dark Lord. Yeah.
Yes. Hail it.
No. So here's the thing with estate sales. It's never a young person. Like,
no.
But you could have one. Like you today.
A living estate sale.
You could just be like, I'm going to have a company come in. I want them to sell most of my stuff because I'm either downsizing or I'm leaving or I can't, like, I'm going across the country.
Called a garage sale.
Yeah, but they do it all. And you get a percentage of whatever they sell.
Oh, so it's like a place that comes in and kind of does it a little more professionally.
They come in and set the whole thing up. They price everything.
Really?
They do it all, and you just sit back and say, cool, I'll pay you whatever fee you're wanting, and I'll take whatever's left.
Okay, that gives me a little less scaredness of...
Yeah, estate sales are cool, all right? But typically they're done when a family member has died and other family don't want to deal with it.
I understand that. Okay.
Yeah, I totally get it. If mom and dad, pass, it's like we might have an estate sale after we've
there's also 7 kids, so it's just like that's a lot of stuff to figure out.
Right.
Let's just sell it and split the cash, yo.
Yeah, let's just get it over with. And so they come in, they price everything. But what happens is that you're walking through someone's house, literally. Like, They lay it
So
all
it's not
out.
like a yard sale where it's just out in the yard.
No,
You
no,
go
no.
inside of the home.
You go into the house. Like today when I went into this place, the door was closed when I got to it, and it's just you're just walking in, and that's the weirdest feeling in the world is to walk into a stranger's house unannounced. You know, like just
Super weird.
click in, here we are, and there's all these tables set up, and there's just shit everywhere.
40 ghosts.
Yeah, 40 ghosts. There's mostly like really creepy dolls. A lot of times in the estate sales, you're gonna find a doll room, which is weird. Yeah, you know, porcelain doll room. Here we go.
No.
Well, we go in today. All right, we go in today, and the smell of old hits me immediately. That's
Okay,
always the
mothballs.
first thing. Not even mothballs. This was like there's cats somewhere in the house. I don't know where they are, but they're there. They exist, and they probably weren't taken care of for a while. Could be a dead one squashed under the couch. Could be. Who knows?
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going. No, this is a part of the story. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm with Jimmy. Like, all right, I haven't been working. I'm about to start at my new job, and I'm just like, I can't sit at the house anymore. Like, dude, I'm just gonna go hang out with you. We're gonna go through the thing, whatever. And like during a break, after one of his visits at a customer's house, there was an estate sale right down the street, and I was like, dude, let's just go. And he's like, I've never been to one of these. I'm like, come on, man, it's gonna be an adventure, right? We're gonna go.
Yeah.
And we go into it, and the smell, and he's pretty sensitive to smells. All right. We go in, and I almost started laughing immediately. Like I immediately walk in, I'm like, you know, like.
Gotta hold it in.
Start, like, I'm getting choked up, and he has to go outside because he's, you know, he like we feed off each other pretty bad, and he's like, I can't do this anyway. So we go through. Eventually, he sends me a text because I don't know where he is. I'm like, he's somewhere, and he's like, dude, come to the garage. I'm like, okay. I come down to the garage, and he's like, I just need you to come check this out over here. Just over here at the tool bench. I'm like, okay, cool. We go to this tool bench, and he's not really showing me anything. There's just a smell of death that is coming from the tool bench.
Wait.
So much so it's worth gagging over. Like, you're just like, huh? What? What do I have?
Okay, hold on. I gotta fast forward. Was there a source? Did you find any sort of
No,
source?
we're not looking for sources. You
Okay.
just like...
Because when you say there's a tool bench and it smells like death, this is a murder garage. This is a murder garage. You found a murder garage.
Yeah, we might have found a murder garage, but there were a lot of other people in there. So when they see me like start cracking up, and I'm laughing, I'm not like, I can't hold back at this point because I know he's sensitive to smell. He's like, he's probably like really fighting the bird. Yeah, he's fighting the urge to gag. I'm dying. But anyway, so I found this really old violin, super old violin, almost 200 years old. And they had it priced crazy low. And I thought, I don't think y'all know what you have. And I Googled it. And it's like, they had it priced at $125. And when I Googled the value of it, it's around $4,000. After Jimmy had showed me the smell of the garage, we're leaving. And he turns around and goes, oh, they got some golf clubs. And he goes back in to go look at the golf clubs. Like, right next to the tool bench. Like, it was like...
He's a masochist.
Yeah, glutton for punishment. He's like,
Jimmy acts like, oh, I can't do smell, but he secretly is a freak about the pain.
I guarantee you, if we get him in here, and I'm like, hey man, I want you to try this cracker with peanut butter and mayonnaise on it.
Oh,
he's gonna vomit all over our stuff.
No, we'll have to move the segment elsewhere where he has like a safe zone or put up like
Have him hold a bucket.
We're gonna have to get like a fucking drum cage and just put it around him. Like
Yeah,
those plastic fiberglass drum cages and just put it around him. You're a bubble boy now. You stay in the bubble.
So today's purchase was definitely the most I've ever spent, especially at an estate sale.
Yeah,
I'm usually the same way. It's like $5, $10, $20,
Yeah,
whatever. But when I
okay.
saw it, I recognized like, y'all, you don't know what you're
That's
selling.
the stuff I'm looking for at those sorts of sales. Are like haunted violins.
Yeah, the
but
demon violin.
No,
yeah.
he brought this thing into my house and he opens it up, and it it looks like it was buried, and then whatever it was buried with was still alive, try to scratch its way out of the coffin.
That's it.
That's what the case looks like. And he opens it up, and the bow, half of the
strings are
broken. The hairs are snapped.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just a bunch of loose bowstrings.
It's actually the devil went down to Georgia thing. Yeah. It got
that's fine. You could bring that here.
Yeah.
My fear is you would play a note, and we would see a spirit come out of the thing, and it just goes right up my asshole.
I played one note. I played one note, and it sounded terrible. It was like, it was terrible.
My fear was it would remove itself from that violin and attach itself to something in my home.
Here's the problem: is that there was another violin, okay, like an identical one to
second one. Why didn't you buy them both? Maybe they were sisters.
Well, I'm afraid that I've separated them.
Oh shit, dude!
And now the spirit is gonna live in your house. That's why I came here today.
Dude, I'm gonna have fucking nightmares.
I'm gonna release it here.
Fuck you. I'm gonna have nightmares.
Where do we go?
Yeah, I don't know where I go from here. Do I just finish the beer? Do I go to sleep now? And is it time to go to sleep yet?
This is the shortest episode.
It is going to be a really short one. I hope. No.
No, I think we're on track right now.
We're good to go. Our next beer is from D9 Brewing Company in Lake Norman, North Carolina. And this is called their Pacific White Ale. It's Into the White. This one, actually, I guess they have another brewing location, or this is where their tap room is in Cornelius, North Carolina. But it is a pale Pacific White brewed with West Coast hops. It's a 4.8 ABV, and it's 13 IBUs. On their website, I couldn't find this beer. I don't know if this is like an older beer that they don't like talk a lot about anymore. I'm not really sure. Not a lot of info on the beer, unfortunately. I'm sorry. They did have info on a lot of their other beers, just not this one. So it looks like they do a lot of stuff. Maybe it's a small batch situation that they canned just like one time. Yeah. I'm not really sure about that. Anyways, when I first opened it and smelt it, the first thing I said was, "This smells like something," and we were trying to figure it out, and it smelled like applesauce, which I thought was really interesting. It kind of tastes like applesauce. It's like a cider beer that's not cider.
But it's supposed to be a white ale, which was like the Icelandic that we had earlier.
It tastes nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
And I'm going to trust some Icelandic people.
Yeah. I mean, it's not... I like this beer. I think it's good. But it does taste more like a cider, which I find very, very interesting. And I wish I had more info on their website. And sometimes we rip into the breweries a little bit when they don't provide enough info. Now, they did on their other beers. I don't love that they like excluded some beers from having that information, or maybe their mobile site didn't have enough like access to that
your web manager. Whoever the guy is that's like running your website, like fire that fucker.
Well, I don't know. Just give him some critiquing. Come on. He's probably got a family, Cody.
He can find
another job.
Christ.
You can find another job apparently, but maybe this guy can't. You don't know.
I don't know. Fuck.
You're gonna rip him like this? Jesus.
It's just okay.
Give the guy a chance. It's okay. It's fine. Honestly, maybe there's just not enough going on with this beer that they felt like it was worth like writing a whole blurb about with the other ones. You know what I mean? I'm not sure.
Maybe it's a trash beer, and they're just like, we gotta get rid of it.
It's okay. It could be. I don't know. I don't mind it though. I think it kind of reminds me of like Angry Orchard's like ciders. Like they're very simple cider beers with that apple. Like all I can think about is applesauce.
That's all I'm getting. Applesauce, a little bit of apricot. Like I get.
I was gonna say you're right, apricot, because there is like a tart. There is a tart in there.
It's not just like pure sweet, but it's there, and
it's a mix of both.
I'm sorry, D9. I just get really annoyed by not knowing what I'm doing. Like, you know, it's like, like I'm not a pro. Yeah. And that's the whole thing with us is like, you know, we're someone that's just in the store and it's like, oh, I like adventurous beer and I want to try it and understand it. And if you don't help me understand it, then it's like, well, this tastes weird. You know, like I don't know what I'm getting. And so right now I'm getting apricot. I'm getting applesauce.
Okay.
And, you know, if this is a white ale, which was like the Icelandic, which is a wit beer, you know, on the back end, like, This is way
This
different.
tastes completely different than that white ale.
So different. And it's not bad. Like, I would drink more of it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'm going to finish this bad boy. This is a 16-ounce can. I'll finish this.
It's just, it's just
No, I mean, and I'm going to have extras throughout the week. It's not like I'm going to, like, throw this beer out or anything like that. Like, I definitely like it. Okay, let me just cut it here because I feel like we're not doing the beer justice. Okay, I don't want to just rip into a brewer just because they didn't give information if the beer's not bad. Okay? We did that the one time. There was one time.
Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
We're going to go this. Ready?
All right.
Smell.
Okay.
Smell-wise, I still get the applesauce. Still get the applesauce. Get the apricot. Ready? Okay.
You do yours first.
Yeah, I'm going to give you mine. It's a hazy golden color. The foam on it was not that strong.
Okay.
Like, when we poured it, the foam level, like, was depleting super quick.
That's true.
Which, that doesn't do anything with beer, but it's just a look thing. You're just like, creamy, malty, something. Has to do with the foam. Very carbonated, very crisp, not very smooth.
Okay.
I'll put all that out there. Like, this is, like, it's just not like, it's just, it doesn't have that, like, kind of well-rounded, it's kind of sharp in some places. So
Okay. All right. So, for me, I'm going to take a sip. I'm going to take a sniff. Okay. I get the applesauce still. I'm kind of smelling a little more of whatever the tart odor in there. It could be apricot. I'm not 100% sure. I don't eat apricots, so I don't really always
just
know.
think of that one time you're really constipated. You're like, I just need some apricot.
Need some apricot up in my butt. Sorry. What? Oh. That wasn't the song I meant to sing.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, no, yeah, I'm getting like that, those applesauce notes of odor that we're talking about there. Flavor, flavor. Okay, it is crisp. I get what you're saying about the sharpness. I do think it's actually smoother than you're giving it justice, but I don't know how, in comparison to the white ale we had earlier, this doesn't feel anywhere similar.
It's totally different.
And that's kind of what happens when a brewer doesn't like explain enough about their beer on their website, or like I said, maybe this is like lost on the website. And if I could get some more info about it, that'd be awesome. And I would more than willingly like kind of retcon my information about this beer. But it is crisp. I do like it. It does feel a little sweet. I feel like if I drink too much of this, I might get a headache. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't think I could do a lot. I think I could do one of these in a sitting. That's fine.
Yeah.
I think more than that, I'm pushing it. It is a sweet beer. I think my girlfriend would really like this. I think my roommate, who does not love beer, he likes sweet stuff, he would probably be okay with this because of those, like, sort of apple cider tart flavors. I think that's all there. I think that I could definitely see, like, this could be conversion-esque. But it doesn't taste enough like beer for me to like really push that. It really tastes more like a cider.
I don't want to label it. I mean, it could be. Sure, it could be that. But the problem is if you label it like that for somebody like, oh, here's this white ale. And then they go and have an Einstock. Because they're like, oh, I had this one white ale from D9 and it tasted like this. And then they go have the Einstock and be like,
this tastes completely different.
And maybe if we had started with this, we would have been like, I don't know what we're tasting with Einstock. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's the problem with taste. Anyway, we can.
Very subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one is kind. I think it stumped me a little bit. I think that's what it is. So for me, this is what I'm thinking when I mean the conversion portion. For people who like ciders, hard ciders, this is an in between. This is in between a cider and a beer. Is what this feels like for my taste buds. Now, I don't know how that will be for everybody else's, but I feel that this feels like I'm somewhere right in between a cider and a beer. And I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to taste like. I'm not sure because I don't have enough information from the brewer to know exactly what I need to be looking for in the flavor notes. Mm-hmm. Like if they've been like, yes, we have apple and all these other things, I'd be like, okay, great, this is what it is. But you've just classified it as only one thing, and it's kind of hard to like know what that one thing is. So it's another portion of like, hey brewers, please give us information about your beers on your at least on your websites, if not your cans. Like give us something. It's really hard for people like who want to be more interested with beer but are kind of scared to. It's hard to jump into a beer when you have nothing to go off of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I went off the can art and the name and I was like, cool, let's do it. But that's because we're doing a podcast about beer.
If this can was just labeled beer, I wouldn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. But this isn't beer. You tricked me.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Anyway,
liar.
Okay, we can move on because we're getting
Yeah,
we're
we're
running
pushing it.
late on time. I got a question for you, okay?
Okay.
I think you're gonna know what's up at this point.
Go for it.
If I offered you $500 today, $500 to eat 10 McChicken sandwiches
Oh, this is why you're asking about McDonald
in
earlier.
30 minutes, could you do it?
No.
Because I've got 10
I really
McChicken
thought of that,
sandwiches in
and
the cart right now.
Do you really?
I ordered 10 of them. Yes. I was like, I'm getting 10 of them because I want to see if Micah can do it. If he's
You want to see if I can eat 10 chicken sandwiches before this hockey game I'm about to go play for $500?
Yeah, you want $500? Can you do it?
No, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I can't do it. Please don't make me eat 10 chicken sandwiches. Please don't make me do it.
Okay.
Did you really buy 10 chicken sandwiches and they've been sitting in your car this whole time?
Yeah.
They would be disgusting. All right,
No, they're warm. They're warm.
go get one and let me eat one, and I'll tell you how I feel about 9 more.
You're going to say no because they're 410 calories a piece. So 4,100 calories.
All that weight I lost in one meal.
It's a pound.
No, I'm just kidding.
You get a pound and a half.
No,
A pound.
no, that's
technically.
4 pounds.
That's not 4 pounds. 1,000 calories is not a pound.
You said it's 400 calories per boy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there's 10 boys.
Yeah, 1 pound is worth 3,500 calories.
That's like also counting into the fact of how much you burn in a day.
Yeah, you're going to go play hockey. You're going to burn it off.
You're right.
You want to try it? You want to give it a shot?
I'm not going to be able to do it, dude. My dog can eat 10 and then he'll throw it up. You can give him $500 and he'll eat all $500 and then he'll throw that up.
I'll take that, put it back in my pocket.
Yeah, no, he won't. I'll take it. Put it in my
I just
I'll
wanna
clean it
know-
off in the washer and dryer.
I know there's probably a competitive eater out there that could be like, I could finish 10 of those easily.
I feel like I have some friends that would do this. And you should have asked me before you wasted money on 10 chicken sandwiches.
It was $10. It was $10.
Okay.
Here's what I'm going to do, though. Okay.
It was $10 to ask me a question?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Here's what I'm going to do, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to take the chicken sandwiches to your hockey game, and I'm just going to, like, ask your teammates, would you like a chicken sandwich? On the bench.
No, you should just walk into our locker room. You should walk into our locker room. I don't tell anybody. Only one person, 1 or 2 people there will know who you are. Everyone else has no clue who you are. I don't say anything. I'm just like, who? I look at you like, who's this guy? And you walk in like, hey guys, I've been trying to fucking bum these chicken sandwiches off on people. I can't get rid of them. Is anybody want a chicken sandwich? And you just try to, and then like people just kind of look at you like, no, okay, well just in case, I'm gonna put them right here, and you just put them on like the shelf. You just put all 10 chicken sandwiches up there and you just leave them, and I'll let you know what happens.
Line them out?
Yeah, you line them up. You take them out of the box, put it on top of each box.
There's not a box.
You just
It's
make
big
a little,
chickens.
Gotcha. You make a little pyramid of
Okay.
them and display.
I will do this. I swear I will do this. If you record it and put it on your Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, but it has to come, like, this has to be after the episode airs.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Because I will absolutely come in and just, like...
This is the stupidest thing, but I love it.
Yeah,
I'll
totally
just
do
pretend like I don't even know you, and I know that like I think 2 people
Forrest
in the locker
knows who I am.
Forrest and David Saunders, our captain. He
they
knows
know.
who you are,
Yeah.
and they might be like, "Oh, hey, Cody, what's up?" Or something. But other than that, I want you to just walk in and just immediately, but don't even look at me. Don't look at me at all, and just be like, "Hey, listen, I've been just going from room to room, just trying. I had 100. I'm at 10 left. I just trying to get rid of chicken sandwiches. I don't know what happened, but I blacked out and I bought them all. Just take them and you just leave them on the shelf. Just leave them. Just throw them at somebody. Throw a whole bag at somebody. Here, take them, and you just throw them at them and you just walk out of the room.
As long as you videotape this, I'm doing this shit.
You gotta text me
tonight.
before you get in. We'll do it.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. So,
All right. So if you've listened to this episode, please tune into the Instagram.
Yeah. You're gonna love it.
If he executes this, then we will do it, and if not, I'm cutting this entire segment.
No, I'm doing this shit. It's happening. Dude.
All right, I like it. I love this. This is fun. I'll tell you what locker room we're in.
Okay, what favorite beer of the day? What is it?
My favorite beer of the day. I'm trying to kind of go through them in my head real quick.
Einstock, Prank Calls to Satan, the one we started with.
What did we start with?
It's Black Abbey. I think that's my favorite. Black Abbey.
Yeah. Man, the Einstock was so interesting and crazy, but I don't think it's like necessarily my cup of tea. And compare like the Black Abbey beer is definitely right in my alley of like this is what I love to drink as far as craft brews go. Einstock was really good. I think that's a close second, like a photo finish for me because it was so easy to drink. I've never experienced a beer that's just like this is good water. Good. I will drink forever.
Zavata?
It felt very. I mean, it wasn't only that it was like crisp and like easy to drink. It was just very like thirst quenching. You know, like that's kind of how I felt about that beer.
Yeah.
But I will say I think that the Black Abbey was my favorite of the day.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm going Black Abbey.
All right. Well, I think that's it.
Deuces.
I'm Micah.
I'm Cody.
This has been the Beer Brothers. See you later.